So I am back, and it has been so long. We won't talk about how long, but it's been a long time. And I was supposed to finish this series a while ago. But I will say that, perspective wise, as I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about this morning, I realized that what I would have shared with you in December when this series was supposed to originally wrap up is totally different than what I'm going to share with you today. And I have not gone back and watched any of my old videos, so it might be repetitive, but these are my truths of today, and this is how I feel about moving to a new city and trying things as someone that is literally closer to 2 years than not in a new place. I'll also say, a lot has happened in the past couple weeks, months. I have rebranded my page. I have expanded my life in a lot of ways. I had to recognize that I have such a great community of people, whether associates or friends or, close friends. I have lost a lot of people, and I have, just gained a lot of myself, and being often solo just wasn't really my brand anymore. So really knowing when it's time to rebrand and that a season is over, and accepting that if you continue to speak in that season, you will be stuck in that season. You will revert yourself to that season. So there's that. I also feel like when I months ago named this specific episode All Gas No Brakes, and not brakes like a car, but brakes like a break at work, I pretty much manifested my life becoming all gas, no brakes. So much has happened, including the rebrand, but I just have been on go. And I have still been creating short form content, but I've spent a lot of time just doing things that have nothing to do with social media and actually living in the real world and in reality of what I'm experiencing. So yeah, I'm just ready to share these, 5 things with you guys. Like I said, I did not go back and watch my old videos, so they might be repeats, but these are my truths of today. So May 2026, in August of 2026, I will be 2 years in Detroit. Moved here without knowing anyone, and these are the things that I feel like are so pivotal in having a good experience moving to a new city. The first thing on my list, because I got my handy dandy phone, first thing on my list is put yourself out there. Try something new. That's probably a given in any new situation, right? Or if you want any change in your life. I definitely feel like and I don't even mean you gotta be physically out of your house, because I definitely put myself out there on social media, and my page was started just simply to help with my mental health. If I ever asked myself, why did I move to Detroit? I just wanted evidence as to all the adventures and things I had experienced in case I ever needed to be like, hello, reality check to myself, right? So yeah, whatever your put yourself out there, try something new is, do it, because you're going to really see yourself blossom and grow. And I'm not even talking about the people you'll meet. I'm just talking about how you will who you will be a year from putting yourself out there in whatever way is going to be unrecognizable. Whether that's putting yourself out there by going to the gym more, putting yourself out there by going to a cafe once a week, putting yourself out there by starting a social media page, you're going to be unrecognizable to yourself. The next thing is quality over quantity when we're talking about friendships and village. I think sometimes we think oh, if I have all these people around me, I'll feel better. I mean, at least I know all these people. You don't know anybody. When you move to a new city, I really think you just don't know anybody unless you guys are spending a lot of time together, which is usually not the case. You really don't get to know people as fast as we think. You can have a good feeling about someone, but yeah, you really don't know someone that well. So I do think having quality over quantity and being able to really spend good quality time with people because you're not stretched thin is so important, and recognizing you don't need 20 friends for it to be a village. Your village can literally be 2 people. And that is more than enough for you to live a happy, connected life, because no woman is an island, no man is an island, no they is an island, right? So we need to have connection, and that connection is usually going to be better when you have quality people over 1 million people or 20 people. The next thing that I'll talk about is how pattern recognition will save you. And that is for the old and the new. So pattern recognition has really been powerful for me in the new because I was able to go, hey, I don't like how you talk to me and you've done it a couple times. I don't think I want to be your friend anymore. I feel like you're always condescending, right? And just being like, we don't have any like, we don't owe anybody anything. I can just leave this friendship. Cool, we're done, right? I think for me, the harder part was the friendships of the old that I'd held on to because of years. So your friends that you're making now, like they're probably easier to let go of. Like, you already started over, right? You're not as scared to just be like, this person really makes me feel weird. But the people that you've held on to for years who are now looking at you and seeing how your life has changed and blossomed, sometimes that can breed envy and jealousy. And instead of people being happy to see like, hey, this person's been through so much and now life is better for them, like that's so awesome. Sometimes people can get a little jealous or a little like into themselves, like why her and not me? And that person can never really love you. Like a person who automatically thinks like that is not someone who can love you. And being able to recognize the pattern is the patterns of old and new people and just saying like, nah, I got to move around regardless of how long you've been in my life is going to save you so much stress, so much pain. So there's that. So the next thing on my list is accepting that you have 24 hours in a day. Oh my God. You don't have enough time to be with Tom, Dick, Harry, Bill, Jill, Lil, and Phil. Like, you just cannot. It's just not going to happen. Especially in this world of we work or you're doing a hobby or your art or your creative moment. Like we have to really, goes back to the quality over quantity. We have to really be selective of who we spend our time with and how, because we don't have that much time on earth in general, but we definitely don't have much time in the day to be out and about with everybody and their mama. So really being able to just accept, like, I have 24 hours. What am I doing with my 24 hours? Or even for me, I have weekends where I'm like, this is a rest weekend. I'm not taking on content. I'm not hanging out with my friends. And honestly, the whole month of May has kind of been, and part of April has kind of been a rest time for me. Like I really have not seen my friends, love them down, but I have not been able to see them. Like I just don't want to right now. And that's okay. Like it's okay to just accept what season you're in. Speaking of what season you're in, that moves me to my next point. Your priorities will change. When I first moved here, I was so excited to live right downtown in the heart of everything. And I absolutely love downtown Detroit. I love Detroit in general, but I live downtown. So my sphere of reference for Detroit is sometimes very skewed. Like there's still parts of the city that I go to and I'm like, we still in Detroit? Like, oh, I didn't even know this was over here. But I will say, especially being car free, my sphere of reference is downtown. So it was really hard for me as I looked at how I've grown and what my priorities are and what I want right now. And I'm like, I'm so overstimulated by being downtown. I actually want to move. So I will be moving out of downtown Detroit very soon. And I'm literally mentally already packed. And that is so weird for me because I remember how excited I was to be here, but your priorities can and will change and quickly. And you, again, will become unrecognizable, like moving somewhere by yourself where you know no one and starting over and building a new life. Like you are going to see things in yourself and just see how your priorities and your needs shift. And it's such a beautiful thing. So I know it took me forever to get here, but I really do hope that these little quick tips help someone to make the decision to step out and move, even when it doesn't make sense to anybody else around you. Like, it'll work out. I'm not telling you to be irresponsible, but if it's really in your heart to leave somewhere, leave. And that goes for the party, the boy, the man, leave. Never overstay your welcome anywhere. And yeah, I'm really excited about this new season of my life, but it's really cool to also reflect on just how much has changed in such a short period of time. So yeah.